Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shazli Hidayat from Group 6. My other group members are Muhammad Firhaidir Emir and Mior Izzat Emir Wafa. We are going to present our findings for the group case study 2. The media industry, especially television, has changed a lot since the inception of cable television in 1942. There are several factors that contributed to this change, namely, number 1, technology, number 2, the media content, number 3, the high-speed internet connection, and number 4, the watching behavior of the viewers. The technology, or particularly the transmission technology, has evolved from transmitting via communication tower and the reception by individual aerial that is connected to each television set to transmission via satellite or fiber optic cables. The advancement in this transmission technology has led to media being able to reach to a bigger audience. Besides that, the reception has been improved a lot in terms of audio and video quality. Due to the larger audience, the preferences for TV programs becomes more complex. That is the reason why content creators must always think of fresh ideas to create new programs or inject a few improvements to existing popular TV programs. Another factor is the high-speed internet connection. Internet enables media content to be produced by anyone and shared and distributed to basically everyone via various online applications. Before internet, the media content can only be produced and distributed by established companies. Because of internet, the watching behavior changed. More and more people prefer to watch video or other media content on mobile devices rather than from a stationary television. Majority of viewers also prefer on-demand or catch-up services over scheduled linear TV programs like how it used to be. Disney is undoubtedly a media empire, the biggest media company in the world with the net worth of 130 billion US dollars. They have 4 business segments, with the 2 major ones are media networks and studio entertainment. These 2 segments combined contributed at least 65% of the operating income. Disney Group owns many companies with different capabilities. If we plot media industry on vertical and horizontal marketing system, vertical represents the supply chain of making television programs or movies, while horizontal represents different market segments. Disney has presence in every tier of vertical market system and very well presented in horizontal marketing system. Disney responded to the media landscape change in stages. In 2009, Disney joined other broadcasting companies and a cable TV operator to establish Hulu, which distributes streaming videos over the internet directly to the viewers. In the same year, Disney signed a deal with YouTube, which enables viewers to search for clips from Disney productions and view them online. By doing this, Disney tried to reach out to the viewers in the new media platform while maintaining its hold in the traditional market. 3 years after that, Disney signed a deal with Netflix, a subscription video on-demand service provider. In 2016, Disney acquired 1/3 equity of BAM Tech, a streaming video technology company. This shows that Disney not only want to have presence in the new media platform, but also want to control and run the media platform. Viewers love fresh ideas and new programs. That is why Disney spent a huge amount of money, 2.5 billion US dollars, on creating original content from 2009 until 2017. The steps that Disney took in response to the changing media landscape proved to be the right move. From 2009 until 2017, they earned 1 billion US dollars in advertising revenue. And now, Hulu becomes the second largest SVOD with 17 million US subscribers. Disney is also able to maintain relevance to the television viewers by maintaining its production to be nominated in the prestigious Emmy Awards. Disney launched Disney Plus on November 12, 2019. It is a giant streaming platform for all movies, series, and programs produced by Disney and its franchises. It is now a contender to Netflix.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzat. I will be presenting about the Porter 5 forces. The first one is the threat of the new entrants. Major organizations such as Apple, Disney, HBO are recently now launching their own streaming services. They are called Disney Plus, HBO Go or Max, and even Apple TV. They are actually launching the same streaming services, but this time with their own content. It was previously leading by the Netflix and even Amazon Prime, but this time the oligopoly market have become much more crowded with all the players having their platforms. And now the new entrants' advantage is that they are having their own fan base. Meanwhile, Netflix and even Amazon Prime used to only to premiere the outsiders content. In the initial launch, Netflix is only about the 6 million subscribers. Meanwhile, when Disney launched, they are about 10 million subscribers. This is considering they are having their niche fans such as Star Wars, Marvel, and even Pixar. And now, as we know, the size of these organizations also means the initial cost for technology and marketing would not be an issue. For the MVPD, new threats of Karma is a VMVPD, which is the virtual one. The new one actually resembles the same layout as the TV provides at home, but this time it can be viewed at the smartphone and even at the PC at home. Okay, for the power of supplier, the company that actually have a content during the early stage actually act as a supplier at that moment. Previously, it was Disney and even HBO provides content to the Netflix and even Hulu or Amazon Prime. But now, since Disney have their own streaming services, we can say the number of suppliers have been decreasing either for the Netflix or even MVPD. As we know, the lesser the number of suppliers, the more supplier can demand. In relation with economics, this is due to the substitutes become less available and buyer relies heavily on sales from supplier. Hence, in general, we can say that power of supplier is actually increasing. Is the power of buyers. In terms of power of buyers, there are now multiple companies providing streaming services in this oligopoly market. Hence, they will having more option for the buyer to choose the cheaper option with what they would like to prefer to. Even so, now there are no upfront costs to tie them into any contracts, whereby putting even more power into the hands of the consumer, where they can simply join and cancel the subscription at any time. The switching power is high for the buyers. One is by looking at the MVPD case. If we are to look into MVPD, usually MVPD we will have to buy with a contract for at least 2 years. So this means that to cancel of their subscription from existing purchase, it is not as easy as the OTT services. In general, we can indicate that the power of buyer is low compared to that OTT such as Netflix and even Amazon Prime. One is for the threat of the substitute product. I would say it is a gaming platform. Why I say this? Because the price to invest in the gaming is very low compared to the other streaming services. They only require computer and stable connection internet, so they are ready to go. Nowadays, there are new technology which is called cloud gaming. Cloud gaming enables the guy that do not have the high performance PC can actually do the remote connection with the other high performance PC, and then they can use this technology to stream. This in a way reduce the overall investment, not only for the working adults that like to stream their video, but also for the university students or the school students that are not earning any income. They can use their existing PC to connect to this high performance PC, and we can say that actually there's a zero investment, considering that these PC are already in their home and they are having their stable internet connection. Next one for the Porter 5 forces is the competitive rivalry. Rival organizations have indicated that they believe the digital on-demand market is expanding in the direction in which consumers will subscribe to multiple digital service providers with the access to instant video. As we know, Netflix at only $9 per month and even Amazon Prime at $13 per month. Amazon Prime at only $13 per month. Hence, customer would most likely not having an issue to subscribe them for several services concurrently. Also, to add up, Netflix also offering multiple services screen to be shared, so we can share them with our friends or even siblings. Hence, affecting the income per capita will not be affected that much. Therefore, we can summarize as the percent to invest is still at the same level, which does not affect the income per capita. Lastly, is the greatest threat to profitability coming from, I would say, is a threat or a substitute of new product, which is the game streaming. Since not many of these rivals are seeing this or really even aware of this, it can be claimed as the game changer in terms of content streaming. Netflix have over 195 million paid subscribers in the first quarter of 2020, while Twitch having consistent user by monthly at a number of 140 million. What's more interesting is now Twitch have been bought by Amazon, which is the closest competitor to the market leader Netflix. The platform is integrated with Amazon Prime, which surely enhance the viewing interface to provide user astonishing watching experience. Compared to MVPD and Netflix, viewers basically just can watch them. But with this new product substitute, it allows people to experience the games they enjoy with a community that feels the same and let people interact with the content maker. Thank you.
Disney is one of the biggest mass media distributors in the world. In 2020, it is valued at $245 billion. It produces movies, TV series, and animation cartoon, and people usually watches this content through the television set like cable and satellite TV at home. But unfortunately, people are gradually moving away from this medium and subscribing into online media streaming platform, which is why Disney partnered up with online companies like Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV. This online platform, through licensing, has rights to include Disney's content on their platform. Netflix has to pay around $300 million annually to Disney for their content. As years go by, most home consumers are moving away from the traditional linear TV. People now are subscribing to this online streaming platform and cutting their cable and satellite TV subscription. Furthermore, major companies like Netflix and Amazon Prime have started to produce their own content. Their series has even received awards from Emmys and Academy. Netflix has around 185 million subscribers, which makes it the biggest in the market, in the oligopoly market. Sooner or later, due to advancement of technology, they might even replace the whole media broadcast landscape and thus churning Disney's revenue. So should Disney keep working with these partners? Should Disney still work with MVPDs like Comcast, Dish TV, or should they increase their collaboration with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV? Or should they go for the third option, is to work independently? There are pros and cons for the three strategies. If they proceed to work even more with MVPDs, they can capitalize on the live content. In US, advertisement during live shows can bring huge revenue income. A commercial during Super Bowls alone generated $330 million in advertising revenue. Worldwide sports coverage generated $1.7 billion in 2016. There are also risks in Disney to team up with MVPDs. MVPDs is usually available only on TV sets. Consumers do not have the option access via smartphone or tablet. The subscription cost is also very expensive. Compared to Netflix, which is around $12, cable TV subscription can go around $70 per home. Based on the pros and cons, we can assume working with traditional MVPDs would be a backward strategy. With the advancement in technology and internet capabilities, non-linear content is the way for the future. That is why in 2019, Disney launched their own online streaming platform called Disney+. Disney+ was run on BAMTech, which they acquired for $1.58 billion. This is for Disney direct-to-consumer strategy. So what is the strengths and opportunities with this strategy? Using SWOT analysis, we have identified few key details. The first one is branding. Disney is valued at $254 billion. It also recognized worldwide. Surely its ventures into the market have a better chance to capture new paid subscribers. Its second strength is through original content. Disney's own ESPN, ABC, Lucasfilm, and 21st Century Fox. Some of this content right now is on other streaming platforms. The third one is high economic market. To compare Disney and Netflix, Disney revenues increased 17%, while Netflix grew 28% compared to the previous year. The fourth strength is the market value. The global streaming market is valued around $42.6 billion and expected to grow at 20% annually. The fifth is low pricing. Disney does not have to pay for licensing and content, thus their cost is much cheaper. Currently, the cost for Disney Plus subscription is only $7 compared to Netflix $12. The sixth is bundle offering. Disney Plus can help to offer bundle packages and services. It can bundle their services along with Hulu and ESPN. The last but not least is increase in smartphone and tablet usage. The usage of smartphone and tablet combined is around 4.76 billion compared to smart TV, which is only around 100 million users. However, there are also threats or risks in this strategy. The first risk is Disney would lose the revenue they receive currently from the OTT. As they gradually exit from this platform, they will get less revenue. The second is lack of content. In this early stage, Disney Plus would only have 500 movies and 7,500 TV series. It's only 12.5% compared to Netflix. The third one is demographic accessibility. Disney Plus is only available in few countries like US, Canada, and few European countries. In Asia, it's only made available in India, Japan, and Indonesia. The fourth is changing target market. Will Disney be able to attract single working adult segment? Disney content is always family-oriented. The last but not least is increasing advertising and operation costs. Previously, marketing was done by Netflix, but once Disney Plus is in the market, they would have to bear its own marketing costs. With all the risks and opportunities, it is quite clear that Disney is able to compete in this direct-to-consumer strategy. Despite newly launched in 2019, Disney Plus has gained 10 million subscribers in just one day. It also surpassed the company's 2024 projection and gathered 60 million paid subscribers in just 9 months. Due to this, Walt Disney has aligned their business structure based on making Disney Plus their top revenue income. How will this competitor react to Disney Plus? How will Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, HBO Max, and YouTube react? Online streaming market has become an oligopoly market. As Disney Plus entered the scene, it behaves like a monopolistic firm. It purchases shares, ownership, and copyright, thus limiting other streaming platform capabilities. In oligopoly, we probably will see a response in terms of price war and non-price strategy. Netflix and Amazon Prime will probably reduce their subscription price to match with Disney Plus. However, we are anticipating a more non-price strategy in this segment. The first strategy is producing more original content. In 2020, Netflix will invest $17 billion to increase the production of their own original content. Apple TV Plus also set to invest $6 billion as well. Second is the emergence of new competitor. Aside from the existing OTT, Disney traditional partner will enter the market as well. In July 2020, Comcast launched its own streaming services called Peacock. Comcast has invested $2 billion for their DTC strategy. We also could be seeing bundle offering and firm collaboration. We could be seeing the OTT to collaborate with non-traditional partners. For example, the gaming industry. In 2018, gaming platform Twitch recorded 15 million views daily from their 2.2 million live streamers. In 2020, it has the most watch hours in the first quarter, which is around 3.1 billion hours. As a conclusion, Disney moves to launch its own streaming services is the best move. Instead of relying on their partners, Disney should focus on delivering their content directly, thus generating more income in the future. It also removes any threat that comes from Netflix, Amazon Prime, and YouTube. As HBO Max, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock gearing for the scene as well, we probably will see more tense and strategic moves in the streaming wars in the future. And Disney, having a big and thick pocket, will be a gruesome war zone.